Oh snap, coming up on the stack already. Yannick Ngakoue.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team. Randy?
All right. Let's get to it.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, who was the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner, as most of you know, and that's Baker Mayfield.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 74 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options.
We
Expect
should
to
cut
maybe
it up.
throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Wide receivers is okay.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Change up matchups.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run Anderson. And he's eating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. There you see the starters defensively for Jacksonville. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
All right.
And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Starter introduction time now. Brandon Sheriff, Charles, really solid.
Tremendous player. A left tackle in college, has the versatility to play either tackle or guard in the NFL. No matter where you plug him, you're assured of an excellent performance.
To throw on second down. Byrne. It's caught. Smith. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
You're going to have a hard day.
Numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 4 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my goodness,
And
guys.
this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Byrne escaping the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Goodness, can we afford another receiver to go down?
We're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
All right, Travis. You know what time it is. I like that route. Not for being this close to the dang touchdown.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders.
Oh, he almost got up and down.
After a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Switch.
We don't need to make this up.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
I need you to beat them quick, though.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Byrne, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 3 yards out, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. On on those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass.
I don't move as slow as yours do on that kick meter. You seem to feel when I be watching it, you feel like yours take about 5 minutes to get through.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. That was short one to Gesicki. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
There you go, Quincy.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Come on now, let's go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I'm going to stay leaving him
From the
open
32
like
now. Here's first and 10.
Working that.
Back to throw. Bird eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Sanders. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Right.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Oh, snap. Ooh.
That was shot into coverage. Downfield is complete.
You saved me.
An impressive 31-yard gain.
Safety backed up at the last second and already
in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so
but that's where the aggressive catch comes in right there, Chad. Plays like that. Because he couldn't just run through it. He had to go up and he had to go get it. It's either aggressive catch or spectacular catch, whichever one it is. Whichever one that works.
So now then, the big play has
definitely
him all the way
allows those kind of plays to happen.
30 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To To throw on second down. Bird. Complete. It's
They
Johnson.
stay
And he
weak
takes it
on
down
that
to the
side, and that's
10-yard
where
line.
all they star players are
15
at.
yards on the play. First down.
It doesn't make any sense. But I'll take it.
Throwing on first down. Bird.
Oh, I was throwing it to
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard
circle.
line.
You did not need to come up there and do that. I wasn't even throwing it to you. You just happened to think it was your ball.
2 minutes to play.
That was a touchdown, too.
Half, 7-3, our score.
That was a touchdown.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have
Just go
stats and
straight,
scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Oh, snap. That's terrible. We might want to go this way.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
I wasn't going to just take the play straight to Derwin James.
With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
But they decided to run it in
Gotta be smart.
and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And now out come the Jets. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
That's what I'm talking about,
Zoe.
Zoe.
Zone 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback.
Let's go ahead and
but
score
that's going to be
before
one
half
when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
We can
No
end this
doubt
game
about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
We might be able to. I love this play. I just need a lot of time in order for it to work.
How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bird. Flushed out right.
Oh, they got everything covered. Come back down. Come back down. Come back down. Thank you.
He finds Robinson.
Stood there long
And
enough.
they'll get this down to the 10.
You gonna throw the ball?
Gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
There's a reason why I didn't throw
on that play and picks up a
Come
first
back.
down with a nice throw.
They got everything covered. It's sealed up over there. Lead that middle. That's all.
On 1st and 10. Bird. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Bird. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
I want you to do the poke. No, going the other way. There you go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
Oh, hit myself! I hit myself.
James.
Get him. Oh, shoot. He's going to take this all the way to the crib.
Chase, but I don't think they're gonna
dang,
get there.
Man. I hate myself so much.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six
James was sitting there waiting for that jump, man. They had everything covered. I should have just been smart and kicked the field goal.
First round talent,
2 possessions
second
going into
year,
halftime,
even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
I'll take the ball.
This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders.
Why would you want to put that in?
He is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Bird. Robinson's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
No, I didn't want to do that.
This quarterback now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Out. 3 down.
Looking to throw on second down. Bird. He's got Smith here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here I come.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
One thing they took away from us.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensive line by their standards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the quarterback will literally do
run
that
with Hunt on 2nd down.
for like 4 straight plays.
Be enough to pick up the first,
and it'll happen
a gain of 2,
4 straight times. Sometimes by the same player, 4 straight times.
To producing, but with a guy like him,
and so they took that.
Both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
But when it worked properly,
he's got his target. It's caught.
when it worked properly,
and that little deep, the juice move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Sometimes it seems iffy.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
He wouldn't have scored a touchdown.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he got hit when he threw.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Got hit when he threw, and I got it.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Mayfield, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability and a sack result.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Thank you.
Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
All right, Derwin. Make a decision.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the
Oh, my goodness.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Goodness.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there, he hits the reliable target. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to Sanders on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Sanders. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders.
Oh, he would have had energy. He would have did
before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Just to see what they line up like.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially... And this is caught! And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's a lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jags, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to